Good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you. For good my people of the tube. Hope you're feeling grand and always when you're what? Hi there, everybody. Today's video, everybody, is a mini pedalboard update. As it's changed quite substantially since Friday's video. Friday's video was actually supposed to be up last Monday, and I filmed that video on the last Saturday. Not last Saturday, the Saturday before. Because I got really impatient and had to build it, so I thought I filmed it, and basically that was going to be Monday's video, but then Monday's video happened, and then that got pushed to Friday, and this is getting confusing. Anyway, if you've seen that mini pedalboard video, you'll see that, like, you know, it was basically it was fairly bare bones. It had to be kind of fairly minimalistic because I didn't have certain things that I wanted to have on there. Anyway, something happened on Friday that changed all that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, if you've seen that video, like you can see, I had to use a crybaby wah pedal, which I don't like. I don't really like crybaby wah pedals. They don't express or feel right to me. So I was using that, and I thought, if I need to, because my Line 6 HX is my main pedal board. If that goes down and I have to use this, you know, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, you know, that'll do. But when I get a chance, I'm gonna buy either another WH10 wah from Ibanez if I can find one, or a Vox Silvertop. Anyway, Friday rolls around and there's a knock at the door. I was like, who can this be? I'm not expecting anyone. So I walked to the door, I opened the door, and there was a murderer! No, I'm joking. Anyway, moving on. Where are they? Yeah. Anyway, knocked to the door, opened the door, and it was the postman with a package for me. I was like, I ain't ordered anything, I'm not expecting anything, so what's this? Excitement started to boil inside of me. I was like, what is this? So anyway, took it in, and opened it up, and inside were a few items. One was this. Yes, a very, very kind person called Jody has gifted me a Ibanez wah pedal, a WH10. This is the V2 version. It's not the V1. The V2, but I think the V2 is just as good, and I love it nonetheless. So, Jody, wherever you are in the world, words do not describe how grateful I am. Not only for this, but also you saved my life over the weekend because I'd run out of plectrum, decent plectrums. I just had these really rubbish plectrums that break all the time. Just like, you know, there's like cheap kind of like 100 for a pound plectrums, and they broke. And not only did Jody give me this awesome beastly machine, you also gave me a handful of 60mm plectrums, which again saved my life. I had a gig on Friday and Saturday, and it just absolutely saved my life. So thank you for that. And you also gave me these, and I've been wanting to try these forever, and I just haven't got round to it yet. So this is Friday's video right here, everybody. We're going to be trying the Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child Fender strings on Friday on my Jimi Hendrix Strat. But anyway, enough on that on Friday. You'll see more of that on Friday. Today's video is all about this, but without Jody, this wouldn't be possible. And I am eternally grateful and will always be grateful. So thank you so much indeed. The words do not describe how grateful I am. You are absolutely awesome. So thank you so much for that. It went straight onto this board. No ifs, no buts. As soon as I realised what it was, when I actually kind of recovered, when I picked my jaw up off the floor and was like, you got to be kidding me, I immediately revamped this entire board and actually used it Friday night. I used this for a gig on Friday night, and I was just absolutely in heaven. I absolutely loved it. So anyway, yeah, like you can see, this board has undergone a few more things. That's my big board over there. That's the one I always use for videos in here, and I've used those pedals forever. But this is my backup gigging board. Like I said, I needed a small gigging board. If you've seen that video, I explain more. But I needed a small gigging board just to cut down, to give me more space when I play live, because I don't get to play big places. So anyway, So what have we got that's different? So we have a delay pedal now. I've had this delay pedal for absolutely ages. It's not the best delay pedal. It was only a cheap delay pedal, but I love it nonetheless. But I will be changing it out at some point. We've still got the governor. I've got the golden plexi on here instead of the jackhammer. I think I had a jackhammer on there. I've got the golden plexi on here now, just so I've got enough room for the delay. So the golden plexi is on here now with the governor. The glorious Ibanez wah, again, Jody. Awesome. And I've nicked Joe's DS2 instead of the double muff. So basically, this is my new backup. It's not really backup actually. It's just however I feel on the day now board. If I want to use this, I'll use it. If I want to use the HX, I'll use the HX. You know what I mean? It's basically I've got two pedal boards I can pick and choose from, which again blows me away. And also the trusty Zoom G2 up there on the plinth, and it's all powered by Voodoo Power. Under there, you can't see it in the dark, but I have Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2 Plus under the riser there. So anyway, I thought what I'd do today again is do basically exactly what I did. It won't be a build video obviously, but I'll basically talk you through the tones of what I've got now and what each one does and how everything sounds, and just this is just that there is just kind of like crazy. So anyway, let me get the camera set up and let me show you some of the sounds. And let me show you this pedal because like I said, I've had this pedal for absolutely ages. This is like the first. I really wanted a delay pedal, and I found this one. I was at a guitar show called Music Live, and I found this one back in 2004. It would have been. I bought this in 2004, and I've had it ever since. And it's one of those cheap and cheerful delay pedals, but I just love. It's got a real distinctive tone, and I actually wrote a song called "Move On" that has to be done with this pedal. Because it's got a really distinctive delay that no other delay pedal can do. Well, I haven't been able to find one anyway. And I'll play that for you in a bit. Anyway, let me show you some tones of Small Pedalboard Mark II. Yes. Not that way, Dave. That was wrong. That way. Peace. Okay, so Small Pedalboard Mark II. Let's get to making some noises. Oh, by the way, also today, use my white Stratocaster of Joy and Joyness. And the fish. The fish is here today, everybody. So, without further ado, let's make some noises with my Pedalboard Mark II. Okie dokie. So, starting from the Zoom, this is just basically, this is basically the amp. Super clean. That's kind of like my platform, basically. But that was my clean tone for years, actually. To be fair with you, but not anymore. So the main pedal that's kind of nearly always on is the golden plexi. So this is the golden plexi, and this is kind of like my main kind of clean tone-ish. So that's my kind of like core kind of clean tone, if you will. This is getting on my nerves. The strap falling off, so it's coming off. Okay, so that's my kind of like core kind of clean tone, if you will. And the golden plexi is on pretty much like 90% of the time. There are times when I turn it off, but most of the time it's on. Okay, so that now goes in conjunction with the governor, which sounds heavenly, monstrously big. Dave Murray tone. Kind of, not really though. But anyway, so that's them together. This is just the Governor on its own. So it's just classic rock in a box. The Governor is absolutely adore it. Okay, so that's the Governor on its own. Then we've got the DS2. The DS2 is never on its own. The DS2 is always run with either the Golden Plexi or the Governor. So the Golden Plexi and the DS2 sounds like this. And then DS2 with the Governor is noisy, but is a little bit brighter, so it's not as dark as this. This is quite a dark tone. Whereas this one's a bit brighter with when you combine the DS2 and the Governor. Sustain for days. What we like. Okay, so that's those pedals. Just to let you know, the DS2 is maxed out. So level, tone, and distortion are all on 10, and we're set to mode 2 on the DS2. The Golden Plexi is set with tone all the way down, volume at 12 o'clock, so straight up, and the gain is set about 7 o'clock. So it's really low, Golden Plexi. It's just basically just kind of like just enough to give you that from this. Just give you a bit of bite. The Marshall Governor is set with the gain all the way up, bass all the way down, deep dial is all the way up, treble is all the way off, middle is at 10 o'clock, so it's basically kind of like, you know, if you look at the dial, it's like there. That didn't help whatsoever. And then I have volume at 3/4, and I say this is glorious. It's just big and fat and juicy. Then the zoom pedal. All the reverb you're hearing is from the zoom pedal, and I've got that set up on this expression pedal, so I can have loads of reverb. Or I can have no reverb and be totally dry. Or I can have a little bit of reverb. Which I like very much. I like the expression that gives me. And then obviously there's other sounds in the zoom as well, like my my chorus delay reverb fade thing. Which I might do something at the end as like an outro jam as well. Because I don't feel the intro jam was I feel like I'm shortchanging with the intro jam. I don't feel like it was enough. Also, I need to quickly mention this. The zoom pedal. I use the zoom pedal as a volume jump as well. So this is my main rhythm kind of sound here. B1 is my main kind of rhythm. If I go to B2, you'll hear a volume jump. that's what I use for volume jumps. And basically, because I use so much gain, I can't actually get a volume jump from pedals. You know what I mean? If I set the governor louder than these two, it won't matter because I've got so much gain running it. I can't get a volume jump. So what I do to get around that is I have patch B1 set quieter than B2. Basically, I just turn the volume down. So B1 is set at 82 and B2 is set at 96. So basically, that's how I get my volume jumps for solos. You know, it's just a case of B1 is set quieter than B2, and that's just how basically the boost all comes from the zoom. Also, I have other effects in the zoom as well, like chorus. Okay, so, and that's about it really. I don't really use the zoom for anything else other than, like I say, I use it for boosts. I've just thrown my plectrum in there. Did anyone else see that? I can't get it out. There we go. So yeah, I use the zoom pedal for volume jumps, choruses, like reverbs, delays, and kind of like, you know, those spacey sounds. I use it for that kind of thing. But yeah, it's the pedal that probably gets used the least, but it's the pedal I need the most, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that makes sense. So yeah, it's the pedal I use the least but need the most. You know, I need this pedal here. I don't really like not having my zoom pedal. Okay, so that's the ES2, that's Golden Plexi, that's the governor. I'll save this glorious beast to last. So the SFX Digitune delay. It's almost like an analog delay. It's not... The repeats aren't bright. And you can actually darken them down. But I don't like it so much. But this is it's a really cool delay, but my only qualm was it does volume jump. Which isn't really conducive to live, really. It's a bit annoying. But, like I said, I did write a song with this pedal. Because it does this. And it's just got this big, really woolly delay sound. The repeats are so cool. But you can kind of get away with doing like normal kind of delay things if you just turn the level down. So that's my delay pedal, but I say I will be replacing this with another one. I want to go delay pedal shopping at some point, just to get one that's a bit more cleaner and less analogy. I want more of a digital delay. And even though it says it is a digital delay, it sounds more like an analog because the repeats are dark. You know, they're not... It's not necessarily what I would call a digital delay, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the zoom pedal, that's the governor, that's the Golden Plexi, that's the DS2, that's the SFX. Like I say, it's all crammed on here, but it all fits and it all... Like I said, I used it for a gig and it all worked perfectly. So now, let's get to the Ibanez WH10. I need to stand up for this one. This is one of my all-time favourite wah-wah pedals. It's just so expressive, and also being a massive John Frusciante nut, this is like the ultimate. It really is, and I'm in love. I really am. I love the Ibanez wah. I really do. It's really cool. So, let's make some noise with it. So, this is just the golden plexi and the Ibanez wah, and it gives you that John Frusciante thing. Let's put a bit of reverb on. So it does that, and you combine it with delay, it sounds even cooler. And it's also got that ability to switch to bass. Oh, I can't get to it. It's too enclosed. But that's my kind of clean wah sound. And then I can use it over this sound, which is the governor and the golden plexi. Which kind of reminds me of it Brian Robertsy from Thin Lizzy. And then I can use it with golden plexi and DS2, which sounds like this. Glorious. And then I can use it with Governor DS2. This just sounds immense. Go to net pickup, it just sounds massive. And that's it. So that's the Ibanez wah. It's a glorious thing. And it really does sound like no other wah pedal. It's just got something about it. Even clean. Anyway, that's probably kind of the only time I turn the golden plexi off is when I use these two pedals, or just the governor on its own. But it's just kind of when and needed, really. Though there's no set rules on any of this. It's just kind of like, you know, use when and needed, and when I feel like it. Anyway, so yeah, so that's Mini Pedalboard Mark II update. So yeah, not particularly massively long video today, but I hope it's been informative. I have the Ibanez wah maxed out all the time. I never turn the Ibanez wah down. It just stays on 10 all the time on the guitar mode. Yeah, that's it really. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Gone over you, 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 gone over you. All this is going into a front end, by the way, everybody. None of this is in the effects loop of the amp. So, just so you know, because I got a few questions about that. It's all in the front end of the amp. I don't use effects loops. The only time I use an effects loop is for Mr. Ditto here. That's the only time I use an effects loop. So, yes, Mini Board Mark II. So, thanks to Jody. You're a legend. You are a legend for this. And I say, for these. And for the plectrums, which now belong in my guitar hard case. But yeah, so... And also, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I say, it's just a bit of an update video, really. But I hope it's been, enjoyable and informative. That's how I got my... I hope, that's how I got my pedals set. The delay pedal settings fluctuate, so I don't really want to, there's no point in me saying them because I just change them. Plus, it won't be around probably long enough to be kind of like used that much anyway. But anyway, yeah, like I say, reverbs, delays, tuner, volume boosts all come from the Zoom. Main distortion is the governor. Main clean is the golden plexi. Lead tones of DS2 and Ibanez wah. Main delays from there. And that's it. So yeah. Yeah, let's do an outro jam. Like I say, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thanks to Jody for this. It's just unreal. I don't have the words to describe how grateful I am. But anyway, thank you so much indeed. And I'll see you again very soon. I'll see you on Wednesday. And yeah, have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. Goodbye now. Thank you very much for watching.